start fresh. That's sort of the feeling around here, around the December of every year. How do I somehow in the next 30 days take all of the thoughts and the hopes and the plans and come to terms with what was done, what wasn't done, what I wanted and didn't achieve, what I needed and didn't get, and what shockingly, despite all my best intentions, has come to pass, where there's been enormous progress, where my heart has let things go that it thought were embedded, were printed inside it. Some of those things are gone now, and I could not have speculated on January 1st of last year that would be the case. I held fast to a lot of old stories. Princess in the castle, the valiant prince coming to save her, the townspeople chasing away the monsters, getting eaten by them, being lost beneath this narrative of good versus evil. And the thing of it is when the princess comes down from the tower, or climbs down on a braid of her own hair, she tends to see that the world is complicated, and as nice as it is to just have ideals and have these binary positions that make things feel very safe. As soon as you get past that, the most beautiful world opens up, and freedom and self-belief and energy that surges through you. It feels properly like magic, the kind that you can't get hidden away in a tower, the kind that you can't imagine feeling. You have to feel it. You have to be triggered by the world to feel it, and made to be upset and strong and struggle. And I think there's a very big part of me that has believed that I can just think my way through things, that I can just feel my way through things. Maybe it's like that for you, where you like the screen between yourself and the world, between yourself and your friends, your connections, that power button, that when your face is not ready, it doesn't have to be seen. You don't have to really engage with anything but the high test, most distilled, purified forms. And I'm telling you that the joy is in the stumbling. The joy is in the, I am so worried that I'm not going to make it, but I'm going to stand here and endure the trial. And on the occasions when you do make it after that, the bliss, the joy, the knowing yourself that much better, because you've seen what you're capable of, you've known it, you've experienced yourself being so much more than a story of a weak, pale, fragile princess in a tower. It's cool. I'm hoping 2023, lucky year that it is for me, is full of these kinds of things. these trials, these tests, these moments of imperfect discomfort, and coming to terms with old fairy tales of self that no longer hold water, that are no longer beautiful and distant and kept up in their own towers. Everybody comes down to the same ground, to the same playing field, to the same city square. And there's no more kings and queens and princesses. There's just a single self that is in struggle and is in a journey. And maybe royalty is at the end of it, but that's not the goal I'm going for. Just feeling in your bones that you're enough, that you're loved, that you are safe to explore, that you are capable of finding out all the things about the world that your imagination suggested could not be or would never be. It's all so much bigger than beats of a fairy tale. So that is my goal for the rest of the month, whatever the videos here happen to be, to settle myself into the distance that I have gone, the spell book that I have filled up, all the effort and passion and hope that was a part of this year. I don't need to drag myself into the dirt for not doing enough, and I hope you don't either. I hope, regardless of how this past year went, you make your peace with it and let its momentum, let it roll you into the new year with that clean slate in your hands, ready to tell the story that is, not the fantasy, and to be willing to recognize that the story that is still very compelling because it's your story, and all the hopes and dreams and fantasies that were built into you are fuel for the fire of the real, living, dreaming, dancing, reading, quiet, screaming, whole person that you are. It is so lovely to know that there are dreamers out there in the world, that there are creative folks, there are characters, and all of us striving. It's comforting in a very huge way to get out of this place of I am so unique and I am so alone, to go I am so unique and I am connected to so many other unique, one-of-a-kind, irrepressibly beautiful people. Maybe that's just the Aquarius in me. Who knows what it is in me, but this is how I feel today. Having come out of a story of fantasy to look around as the sun comes down. My dreams are on the horizon, and all these weeks behind me of 2022, the evidence I have to know of my strength and my interest in others and my ability to do something more than nothing. The message is that we can be more than more than 0. And every little tick, every little gentle push past this low water mark brings so much into the world. So, let's be positive. Why not? Why not just give ourselves that grace? Stop asking for permission for it. Stop looking for somebody to present it to you in a ribbon box. This is your life, and it's gonna look how it looks and how you ask it and make it look. So, this is the joy of it all. This is the joy of it all. I wish that, well, I thought I might do today what I advise in a video called Selva Oscura, the Dark Forest, which I will link below and above. As above, so below, all of that. Where I've always found it to be a very useful exercise, creatively, personally, and what I describe in that video is this tactic of radical self-acceptance, of looking at the landscape of what is and seeing where you can be grateful, seeing where there is that love story, seeing where there is that hope for the future. And sometimes we get so caught up in the activities of this time of year that the experience that we're so told is meant to come with it, of peace, groundedness, and sacredness, and connectedness, just goes right over our heads. And where we find ourselves mid-January saying, I spent so much money and so much time, and what was it all for? And I want my holiday to be better than that. I deserve better than that, and so do you. So we have to shift our minds. We have to ask, what is the sacredness we see? What is going to warm our hearts and remind us of what the end of the year and the holidays that are nestled here, what lessons are there for us? How can we grow? And so it goes like this. I am grateful for the fact that even though my father is sick, that he's finally going to the doctor and getting some help for that terrible cough. Isn't COVID, thank goodness. I am grateful that my mother's cancer is holding steady. I am grateful that my D&D group is so friendly and welcoming and wants to stick together, even though life has its way of pulling the group apart. I feel true friendships there. I am grateful for a sense of slowing down, of calming down, of truly having backup at work where I can rest and trust that things are going to be done and done well. I am grateful for my family, that we are going to get to connect during the holidays and have that silly kind of Christmas that we always do. Norwegian Christmas Eve, Christmas, where everything really happens on the 24th, and then you just lounge and rest and luxuriate on the 25th. I am grateful for a car that gets me where I need to go, and for getting past a lot of the anxiety that was keeping me from enjoying that. I am grateful for my therapist, even though we had to say goodbye this week. I am grateful that she spent so long helping me and seeing me and listening to me whine and moan, and it feels really good to be seen and heard. I hope that my next therapeutic experience is as positive. I am grateful for the health of the cats, for their silly faces greeting me every morning. I am grateful for a sense of creativity that surges in me every Saturday and wants to know what we're going to do. I am grateful for my friends and their silliness and their quick wit, and knowing I can share just about any problem with them and get some very excellent advice. They're wonderful. I'm grateful for walls overhead, walls beside me, ceiling overhead, heater that works. I'm grateful for having food when I need it. I'm grateful for the organizations in my community that help those that don't have that kind of security. I am grateful for everyone who comes to visit me on this channel. People that leave comments, people that don't, people that click in and hurry away, people that watch every moment. I am grateful for the platform, for the tool of ASMR for us quiet folks, for the gentleness that it honors, that it highlights, that it elevates, for all the lovely makers in this community that feel similarly, that feel the pull, that make creative things week in and week out, regardless of audience, regardless of views, that just work out of this debt of honor, that you begin something and you do your best to see it through. I am grateful to be amongst those honorable people. So, kind of gratitude feels good. It feels good. I had forgotten. A lot of that stuff was not top of mind, and now it bubbles up. It feels carbonated. As Anne Lamott says, laughter is carbonated holiness, and I think gratitude is carbonated happiness. It moves through the system, it lightens things up, it shifts, doesn't it? It shifts the oppressive energy of what am I gonna do or say or think or feel. I'm gonna look around and be grateful for what is. And that flows very nicely into the question that comes next, the prompt as it were. I love all of this effort that I've been putting in to get up and exercise and look after myself, and being able to feel a subtle difference in my energy, a subtle difference in my mood. I love knowing all of the things that I can watch and engage with and be energized with, and games that I have, and books to read, and podcasts to listen to. I love there's a backlog of ASMR for me to catch up on. I love new makeup and playing with that. I love being able to wander into a store and just stroll through the aisles and not need to get anything. I love the lights this time of year, and driving past strange displays, the strange balloons on people's lawns, these decorations for the holidays, some that are hilarious and extreme, some that are Griswold, National Lampoon's worthy, and I love just having a few subtle lights and a few little brushes here and there of Christmas that I get to have good memories attached to every time I look at them. I love baking this time of year. I love seeing Christmas through my niece's eyes. I love a nice cold glass of ice water running down my throat. I love poetry that makes me feel the hairs stand up on my arm. Just when you get to that turn at the end where everything shifts. I love shopping for everyone's gifts and getting those last little things, and I love that little patisserie that I get to go to and get some madeleines for my boss and coworker. I think that will be nice. I love there's a whole other day to the weekend, and there's nowhere I have to be. I love getting to think about gifts for my D&D group. That would be nice. I love how spectral and odd I look in this screen in front of me. I love that I've been good to myself lately, that I've taken care of myself, that I've gone to the dentist, that I've made some appointments, that I've decided to go on this trip. I've taken myself and my wants and needs seriously, and I love that. I love that for me. Love. Even when I feel incredibly alone, when my solitude is not what I want it to be, it feels heavy and like a punishment and not a gift. When I think about love and I open my heart to it, suddenly it all seems much more possible. Love and gratitude. The things those you put those together, and you just get that bump, that little bump. I needed this. Hopefully you'll do this too if you needed it. It makes a difference. So there's one last part. After we're grateful, and after we felt love, wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if the gifts I have in mind for all my loved ones were meaningful and thoughtful, and I wrote something that expressed to them those true deep feelings that I don't ever really get the chance to tell them? Wouldn't it be nice if they had a little tear in their eye of recognition come Christmas morning, and they felt seen and loved and given a gift of an experience as well as whatever it is that I put together for them? Wouldn't it be nice if I knew what that was and I got it? Wouldn't it be nice if I kept following through on this health regime and tracking food and paying attention to what I'm doing when I put things into my system? Wouldn't it be lovely if the sun came out and I got myself together, put my shoes on, and had a lovely stroll out in the sunshine tomorrow? Wouldn't it be lovely if I went and got a drink at that new D&D cafe down the street? Wouldn't it be lovely if I met somebody spectacular and friendly and open, and somebody who didn't put pressure on me or have odd expectations of me, but we had time to have a laugh together, some of that carbonated something. Wouldn't it be nice if I had really excellent sleep tonight? The kind that lets all your muscles just relax against the bones, and lets everything feel as if whatever they're holding, if it's not necessary, if it's not important, it can dissipate into the night air. Wouldn't it be lovely if I got up and had brunch tomorrow, or something happened early that gave me great energy for the rest of the day? Wouldn't it be lovely if I got this video put together and I liked it and I didn't have any problems with it and it posted really quick? That would be great. Wouldn't it be lovely if I got to read more of Martin Shaw and listen to his Substack, which I highly recommend? Wouldn't it be lovely if I found something in my closet that made me feel strong and good and attractive and was excited to wear it? And wouldn't it be lovely, wouldn't it be grand if I got some of the chores done that have been weighing on my shoulders and had a really free and happy afternoon tomorrow? Wouldn't it be lovely if Christmas is as lovely for everybody listening as I hope it is for me? Wouldn't it be lovely if there was peace in the world? More peace, not less, anyway. Wouldn't it be lovely if we were willing to accept the consequences of our actions and therefore change our actions? Wouldn't it be lovely if we remembered these things when we were growly and frustrated and angry at the world for not getting it right? Wouldn't that be great? Well, I hope you take a little time, if you haven't fallen asleep yet, to think through these things for yourself. I promise you, it will help so much.